All right. Hung my phone up because it was a pain in the ass to kind of hang on to it. I actually hit the button and turned off the video. So let's start with my, I think I told you all about my concealed carry. Okay. This is my small patrol pack. Okay. I use this for black bear hunting. Hunting period. Deer and black bear in the past 6 or 7 years. But I bought this about 8 years ago and I absolutely love it. So I blinged it out. Okay, of course. Come and take it. I have always kept my blood type on every backpack I've ever taken hunting and camping in the wilderness for 30 years. It was either written on it in Sharpie or black magic marker, you know, the heavy duty Magnum magic markers. Or once I could find patches, I just put a patch on there. It makes it nice and easy. Okay. Let's talk about what's in this real quick. Okay. So, front pocket, okay, right here in the front, not this one that's falling open. This one right here in the front, quite simply has the most important pieces I'll need. This is a neck gaiter, okay, keeps my neck warm, keeps mosquitoes off my neck. Earplugs, I had these made at Camp Perry back about 2005 or 7 or something like that. I absolutely love them. They're nasty as shit, but I clean them every year to get all the earwax and goo off them. Best ear pro I've ever owned. Those go with me no matter what. Okay. Second most important thing is another knife. I'm a fan of having knives tucked away everywhere. This Kershaw is a workhorse. Okay, I use this as my standard go-to pocket knife. It is a lockback. It's heavy duty. It's sharp. Clips on molly or a belt or a shirt or anything. Lot of. This is a real knife. Okay, this knife is my toy knife. Okay, however, it is a fighting knife. Okay, Randall made #1 fighting knife. Okay. They've been selling these to soldiers since pre-World War II, okay? Anyway, it is a fighting knife. It's cute, but the stag handle is my personal touch. I just thought that'd be great, but it's barely ever been out of the sheath other just to be sharpened once a year and shown off. However, I'm going to carry it around for fun because it's a conversation piece, okay? So I got this knife. That came right out of the front pocket up top here. And because I use it all the time, all right? My Brunton compass, okay? I am a consummate map and compass guy. Electronics suck. If I'm going hunting in North America, I have a USGS topo map with me. Most of these things haven't changed in forever. I have a large tote in my sporting goods storage locker that is filled with topo maps. Everywhere I go, if I know I'm going to go off grid in the woods, something like that, I bring topo maps. I have tons of them. You can get them and print them off now on USGS websites. They're inexpensive. They used to be, a few bucks to get. You had to order them, wait for them to come in the mail. But nowadays, click, 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 and you got them. I've solved a lot of my own problems with map and compass. My brother used to believe, or probably still does, that a Garmin GPS and a little bit of electronics will save your life and blah, blah, blah. Last time we went to northern Alberta on a hunt, the batteries died in his GPS and he ended up stranded all night long. He got back at like 5 o'clock in the morning when they're supposed to be gone for an hour before dinner. Map and compass. Greatest thing ever. Electronics can be depended on to do one thing: die. Good old-fashioned compass in your pocket, around your neck, in your backpack. Where I can reach it, it is in the front foremost pocket, okay, of most important things. So that's where it stays, okay? I'll keep this knife in there, and my earbuds, ear protection, and I put this on and off so often. I don't like the feel of it around my neck, but when there's mosquitoes and it's a little chilly and things like that, this is a good first layer. I always use it. I actually have my black beanie hat, which goes in there too. I just washed it. Got my little black beanie, which is now clean, even though it's got pug glitter on it. Gotta love dogs. Okay. But this little, I've had this, for 20 some years now. Still perfect. Works great. Just a thin little beanie with the cute little guy on it. Doing what, I don't know. But throw that on my noggin when I'm hunting. Okay. So that is the front pocket. Okay. The next pocket I opened was the bottom pocket. Now in here I keep the necessities for shooting and things like that. So I opened it earlier. It had this knife in it. Okay. This is just a buck knife. It was given to me as a gift about 30 years ago. My dad gave it to me. I've cleaned moose, brown bear, black bear, 20 plus white-tailed deer, tons of other small game and things like that. This has been my go-to hunting knife over the years. But and I like it. It's my dad was very astute when it came to, it's got a sticky, non-slip handle. It's got a little finger thing so you don't slip and hit the blade, and all these things that matter. I probably should tell you that when I was sharpening this knife while I was cleaning a caribou on the North Slope of Alaska, 2009, I was using a little handheld sharpener, and I hit my finger and nearly cut my whole finger off. The bone stopped this blade from taking off my whole finger. I glued with super glue the wound together and used duct tape basically in the field in Alaska. It was 3 days before I could even get to Fairbanks to the hospital, in which case they just said, we use glue. After 48 hours or 24 hours, we don't want to sew it shut, so super glue. There you go. I almost cut my finger off with this knife, but it's a very sharp knife. I haven't sharpened it probably in 5 years, and it still actually has an edge that'll work. Great blade. Did a lot of work with it over the years, and I keep it in this pack in the front. The other knife I keep in, which I now use more frequently, I got turned on to these about 7-8 years ago now. Havalon. Okay, if you hunt and you don't use a Havalon, you're missing out. Light, interchangeable blades. It's basically a surgeon's scalpel in a knife. Okay, it opens up. It is a surgeon scalpel blade. The blades pop off. They're completely removable. It's a lock back. It's got a little clip on it. And you buy the blades. You can order them through the mail. I picked them up at Jay's Sporting Goods in Michigan. I used to buy them right off the shelf there. I need to buy more, but that's the last one on there. But this right here is the bee's knees. If you skin and cape your animals yourself or do any kind of taxidermy work yourself, it's easy to use a knife like that buck knife to field dress a deer and even to break it down into quarters. But when you really want to go to work on something and you want to get it done quick, this is the knife to do it. I've caped out and skinned a number of black bear and a number of white-tailed deer with this knife, and it is very good. It's also small and light. So that stays up in there. I also keep my trigger for my bow, okay? I bow hunt for black bear and deer. When I go into the woods, this is in that front pocket right there too, because I have forgotten it and I had to go back to the truck. Nothing like clomping through the woods, okay, with that. To go back and get your trigger, or else you're using the bow the old way in a compound bow, and they don't work like that. This side pocket right here, I keep string. Okay, this is basically a long piece of shoelace and a long piece of aftermarket, looks like a shoelace, but it's like 30 feet long. I use this to haul my gun or bow up into the stand. I never, ever carry them up into the stand over my shoulder or in my hand. You climb a tree stand, no matter what kind of stand it is, no matter what kind of ladder stand it is, if it's screw-in tree steps, if it's a wooden ladder that you built, if it's a clamp-on tree stands, I've used a number of them. I've got a bunch of them. Get in the stand, haul your rifle up. Have this attached to your pack when you get to the top. turn around, disconnect from your pack or not, and pull up your gun, okay? And the gun is unloaded, okay? Or at least nothing in the chamber. And you don't do something stupid. I like this patrol pack. It's got a handle on each side. This side right here, I think I actually just have a handkerchief in here. Yep. Camo handkerchief, not white. Not some funky color. I washed this with the same non-scent, no UV brightener laundry soaps that I use. I used to use for my regular clothes now because I don't like the scents in most laundry detergents. So I've got that. So let's go into the next pocket. Okay. This isn't the main compartment yet, but it's the one right behind it. Okay. I have a Bushnell Yardage Pro. Yardage Pro, yep. Rangefinder, goes out to almost 1,000 yards. Takes a small battery, works great. I have carried this around and used this for 25 years. Okay. It's just a great little model. Okay. Isn't that big? Works good. It's not big. Okay. It's also not expensive. I bought this in about 2006, 2005. Been using it ever since. Just replace the battery and keep on going. Okay. All right. What's this? Okay. Mosquito netting. You ever go bear hunting or go camping? Anywhere, but especially in the north, mosquito netting. If you don't have mosquito netting, you better have a half a gallon of DEET, 100% with you to keep the friggin' bugs off of you, or you're going to come out swelled up with malaria. The worst thing ever in any hunt I've ever been on is not having that. I bring duct tape. I usually get a green or a black duct tape, and I literally will duct tape the end of my outfits together, be it if it's nice weather and I have long sleeves on, duct tape. I duct tape them to my gloves. I wear gloves, duct tape them to my gloves. Make sure my shirts are tucked in. I duct tape my pants around my socks. There's no mosquitoes getting in my clothing. Okay, they are the most miserable little bastards God ever invented. Okay, what else do I got here? Good stuff. Binos. I am a huge fan of great optics. All bullshit and kidding aside, these are Leupold. Okay. I keep them in the case, but when I get into the field, they come out of the case. Okay. These are 10 by 42s. Okay. Quality glass. I believe in good scopes, good optics, and good binos. Okay. My spotting scopes have increased in quality over the years. Started off using Leupold spotting scopes, and now I like Kowa as a favorite of mine. Only because I started using my spotting scope for high power shooting, for hunting. I drug it to Alaska with me a couple of times. Works great. I have a waterproof Leupold that I used to use for scoring for small bore shooters, and that's all fine and well, but it worked great in the field. So I started carrying that out, and you'll see it in some of my older pictures, but I actually brought my Kowa out, and as long as I keep the rain off of it, it works great. It's not waterproof. That looks like my main pocket. I usually will carry snacks or some other bullshit in here. This right here, another trinket I got. I carry this for fun. Do any of you know what this is? High power shooter who was in the Air Force, who was stationed in the Middle East early on in the war, gave this to me, and it was plucked off of a JDAM. I'm positive he told me that this is came off a JDAM that was dropped on Chemical Ali. Of course, they dropped more than a couple, but when they found him and they killed him during the Iraq War, this came off the bomb. I also have another one on my keychain that he gave me also and said it came off another bunch of bombs or whatever, but I'm positive this is the one that got dropped on Chemical Ali. He was the guy during the Iraq War who was like doing propaganda or some shit, and they'd show him on TV and be like, "You cannot find me. You are never going to kill me." And couple days later, toast. Good stuff. All right. Oh my God. I told you, I'm a freaking lip balm junkie. I don't go anywhere without it. I just found 2 more. I think this brings me up to about 25. That I just found a couple more over at the storage unit. And I brought them home. I just threw them in a container. But here you go, 2 more. Wild cherry and honey lip balm. Burt's Bees, baby. I'll just leave those in there. This. What's this, you ask? Why, this is a soft tape measure. And why do I use this? Because when you skin out an animal, take measurements for the taxidermist off of the animal with no skin. Chest, waist, neck, all the measurements for a taxidermist are made using a soft tape. Boom. Got that in there. Okay, I'll put my binos back in there. Again, these are on a front pocket. It's right behind the main pocket. It's facing up so I can reach in and grab them. And once I take those binos out, I leave that pocket open. And I usually will field strip these and leave the case, the case that the binos are in at camp or in the truck or something. And the binos by themselves are right in there. The same with my Yardage Pro. Because no sense in carrying cases. Once you get out in the field, you just want to pull it out and use it, right? And I leave it unzipped and open so I don't have to unzip unless it gets rainy or something like that. So if I want to look at something and keep it quiet, movement and sound to a minimum, I leave this particular pocket open. All right. And that brings me to the main pocket. Let's get in there. Okay, right in the top. Main pocket, the big one. All right, let's see what we got in here. Fun stuff. All right. I'm a fat old man. I have also broken my right knee. Had knee replacement surgery. Let's see, I've had 4 major surgeries on my right knee. I have carried this with me for almost 30 years. If I'm feeling a little loose, it goes right on, okay? Just a knee brace. Good old-fashioned, bought it at the store, knee brace. Some places require Hunter Orange. It's bullshit. I just keep this in there just in case. Leg gaiters. It's the second pair I've ever owned. The first pair I'm actually sending back to the company to have them fixed because they have lifetime guarantee, which means they're probably just going to send me a new pair. But I got these expensive Kuiu brand camo. The camo's bullshit. They can be black, whatever color, don't matter. There's a little bit of mud on them because I use them. Okay. Those right there are important. If you're going to walk around anywhere and you don't want stuff getting in your boots, leg gaiters. Wear them, like them, love them. Okay. This is a face mask, lightweight. Okay. This is a face mask, medium weight, and I have face mask heavyweight, but it never goes in here unless it's going to be below 15 degrees outside, and that's when that comes out. Okay, what do I have here? All right. Gloves. Okay. I wear gloves when I hunt. Trigger finger, and thumb. Okay, this is the right hand. Okay, when I wear these, boom. Okay, and I just have one trigger finger on that one. These are the liners. On top, I put these. Now these are cool because I took my little Havalon and I put a finger slit in there. So these, depending on the weather, okay, if it's not cold enough to have the wool liners, I just wear these. But I have my glove on, trigger finger. Okay, that easy. I think I did it on the left glove too. Nope, left glove, just left glove. These are just good little camo gloves. Okay, so gloves, glove liners. Okay, I'm going to stuff these back in the pockets with which they came. This one right here, I can wear a different hat on this. Okay, it's a face veil, face gaiter. It's felt or whatever that is. You know, the nice soft plush material. I love it. Works great. I put that up top in that pocket. This, of course, I said is the lightweight one. This I use probably more than anything. Even when it's cold, it has to be really cold for me because I'm a fat boy, but I even still have it tied from last time I was out in the field. But I use this one a lot. It's my favorite. Okay, I can wear a hat on top of it. It's thin, lightweight. It actually doubles as a little bit of mosquito guard too, but use that. Put my gate. Wait, I'm missing a flashlight. Well, it'll turn up. Is it in this? I thought it was in this bag. Might be in another bag, because it might be my fishing bag. I've got another backpack, fishing stuff. Kind of the same deal, you know, a lot of outdoor equipment that I use for fishing. I left it there because I didn't think there was anything in it I wanted to see, but that quite likely is where my good light is, because whatever I'm doing the most recent is where that light is. But it's a Surefire light, push button on the end, takes, you know, I can twist it and turn it on. I can twist it to where it's not on, but you push the push button, it's bright as hell. It's not a mag light. If I have that, I probably have a pistol with me, as opposed to the mag light. Anyway, this is that. Anyway, boom. So this is I want to do one step up from this. Okay, this is a small patrol pack. This is my day pack. I'll put snacks, water. It's got a pocket in it in the back. I can put a hydration bladder in here. Just make sure my flashlight's not in there. Oh, good to go. I can put a bladder in that. It's comfortable. It's small. It doesn't have a lot of floppity flop around junk in it. Just double checking there's not another pocket I might put that flashlight in. I use my headlamp so much that I very rarely actually use a handheld flashlight. Although I understand the use for them. I just brought home more batteries for it, so I know I've got it here somewhere. But obviously I haven't touched it in a while, so it is MIA for the moment. I use my headlamp every day, I walk my dogs with my freaking headlamp, for crying out loud. Anyway, so this is my patrol pack. I'm going to upgrade this to a bug out bag and use this one for the very same thing basically I'm using it for right now. I might replace hunting equipment with camera equipment, because I'm looking for another bag to put my video camera, my good video camera, not my phone, and my Nikon. I've got a pretty good camera and a lens set up. So I like to do wildlife photography, outdoor photography, stuff like that. So part of my little trip I'm going to go on is, you know, I'm going to videotape everything I can. I've got a couple of GoPros. I've got a camera. I've got a video camera. I've got a cell phone. I'm going to get a wireless car camera, a dashboard type camera, because I'm going to be driving around and, you know, there's jackals out there. Just like to make sure I got them on video. But anyway, been going through my stuff. It's kind of fun, actually. I've got the space, the time, and no distractions now, and I'm kind of reacquainting myself with all my fun guy stuff. But I'm looking forward to getting out and having some fun, and hope I get to see some of you clowns along the way. And by the way, I haven't showed you my feet yet in this video, but if you want, I'll let you subscribe for free, but pictures cost you $10 each. Good night, everybody. Bye now.